Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Wine with Jimmy channel. I'm your host, Jimmy Smith, and welcome to one of these grape variety videos in this series where we travel around the world giving you key grape varieties. So, if you are interested in a specific grape variety, you will find the information here regarding its key characteristics, what it smells and tastes like, and of course, where it is found in the world. If you are studying your WSET Level 3, this is great for you too, because it follows the syllabus very closely. Let's talk about the grape variety Melon Blanc, which comes from the Loire Valley, or it's found in the Loire Valley in significant amounts today. So, key characteristics, first of all, of this pretty important variety. Now, sometimes you might find this grape variety being called a different name under a different synonym, like Muscadet or Melon De Bourgogne. It's a variety that ripens nice and early, so it's great at high latitudes, and it is frost resistant, making it well suited to the cool climate of the Loire Valley. Melon Blanc typically produces dry wines with medium alcohol. It's important to emphasize dry because Melon Blanc's synonym Muscadet looks a little bit like muscat, and people think immediately there might be sugar in the wine, but there is not with the Muscadet styles. The medium alcohol, we have the maximum permitted strength of just over 12% ABV. Traditionally, these wines were fermented in large old oak vessels, but now we have concrete and more often stainless steel being used. High acidity, light-bodied, and normally best drunk young for Melon Blanc. What would you expect on the nose and palate in terms of aromas and flavors? Well, it's subtle. You'll tend to find green apple, pear, and lemon, sometimes fennel, a little bit of floral and wet stones, but on the less intense side of the spectrum. Where do we find it? Well, the vast majority of Melon Blanc is grown in the Nantes region, which is the far westerly point of the Loire Valley. So this is where the Loire meets the big ocean, the Atlantic. The wines are generally known as Muscadet, and there are a number of different appellations, different levels that can be labeled as Muscadet. The appellation of Muscadet, just on its own, covers the widest area, but in fact, the greatest volume of production comes from the appellation of Muscadet, Sèvres et Maine. So we'll take a look at that on the next picture. So that is the whole area on the left, near the city of Nantes. Now you'll see this slightly lighter greenish color here, Muscadet, Sèvres et Maine. And you'll see that name at the top of your slide as well. This Muscadet, Sèvres et Maine, is an actual speciality of the area and is often followed by the words sur lit, as you'll see at the bottom there. The wine is bottled in the spring following the vintage, so roughly around 6 months, having spent the winter on its lees. Now, lit, sur lit, means on lees, translated into English. This lees contact will give it a little bit more texture, a little bit more roundness. It actually also mitigates the very high acidities one can find in Muscadet. The wine is handled very little to retain delicacy and freshness, and you might actually need to look out for as well the village level Muscadets, which are called the Cru Communaux, and there are 10 of those. Do look out for those as well. So generic Muscadet is the bottle on the right, and then the slightly higher quality is Muscadet Sèvres et Maine sur lit, the bottle on the left-hand side. Okay, that brings me to a conclusion looking at Melon Blanc. Please do get in touch if you have any comments or questions regarding this grape variety and the wine styles. Perhaps you've been to Nantes, perhaps you've tried these wines, and please do give any recommends about producers or food and wine pairing that you particularly like. Until next time, though, I've been Jimmy Smith. Ciao for now. Bye bye.